What's up, guys? Jason Noble here, and just finished the World Cup final. Deciding to go to the soccer field to get my workout in today. So, this is what I'm going to say. I felt this was a much more entertaining World Cup final than the previous World Cup final, but oddly enough, there were some similarities in the game. Now, just to get to the point, final score 1-0 in deep into extra time. Germany win off a beautiful Mario Götze goal. The chest control and the left-footed finish was, you couldn't ask for much better of a goal to win a World Cup final. And before you leave nasty comments, I will do my best to put the highlights in the description below. So check that out before you insult me saying you're looking for highlights, because then I just know you can't read. Alright, so as far as the game itself, I have to say it went almost exactly the way I described. It was extremely close, and it really could have gone either way. I felt for 90 minutes Argentina was the better side. It wasn't like Argentina were destroying them, but Argentina was getting the better opportunities. They were closer to scoring, and they were doing an extremely good job defensively nullifying the German attack. As extra time moved on, you could tell that players were getting tired. And I have to say, the Argentinians looked more tired than the Germans, in my opinion. And I think some of that has to do with the playing styles. And I think a lot of it had to do with the Argentinians actually put more into attacking than the Germans did. The Germans were a little more cautious, in my opinion. And in the end, Germany managed to pull it out with a beautiful goal. Defending could have been better, but that finish was absolutely world class. And like I said, that was a goal worthy of winning a World Cup final. This is what I'll say. Further breakdown of the game. I kept hearing before the game started, for some reason people had got this idea that Germany was just so much better than Argentina, that it was going to be an uphill battle for the Argentinians to beat Germany. And I even heard a couple analysts before the game, and fans, I'm not surprised about fans saying it. I was a little bit shocked when I heard analysts saying it, that we might see Argentina bunker down against Germany. And guess what? It didn't happen, and I never expected it to happen, and I would have been shocked if they had chosen to do this. And the reason being, if you look at the technical skills of the two teams, the Argentinians were clearly technically superior. That doesn't mean they were the better footballing team. It means that their foot skills were superior to the Germans, and this is just a fact. And this is really where the Argentinians gave Germany problems. When it came to 1v1 situations, the Argentinians were winning all the attacking battles. And how the game went, Argentina, when they were on defense, they didn't high press like they did against Belgium or Switzerland or some of the lesser teams. They did hold a little more reserved, which is understandable because it's a big team. But they also weren't nearly bunkering down. The attacking players were up pressuring near midfield. And Argentina used their technical skills, used their pace, and they attacked. A lot of times through counterattacks, but they also had good build-up from good passing sequences as well. The Germans had a more patient, possession-based game. I actually felt during the first half in particular, the Germans' passing game really did mostly just gave them a breather from chasing the Argentinians when they were defending. They seemed to lack the killer instinct on finding final balls into the box that could create opportunities in the first half, while the Argentinians seemed to have this ability. Now, here's what ended up deciding the game for me. The Argentinians had all the chances in the world, yet they failed to finish. I don't know exactly why they couldn't finish these opportunities, but they were given multiple opportunities to finish, and they really should have. Gonzalo Higuain probably had the most clear-cut opportunity to score when he received a shocking backheader by the German player. I think it was Toni Kroos. I would have to double-check, though. And he missed his shot wide, which really, for a player of his level, I mean, it happens. I'm going to be honest. It happens. The best players in the world miss clear-cut chances on occasion. And the pressure and the surprise of even getting that ball probably got to him. But he really should hit the target. He really just needs to strike through the ball and make sure he's hitting the target. He can't miss the goal in that opportunity. The other opportunities, unfortunately, Higuain, again, he got caught offside in a silly situation. He actually scored on the opportunity, and most of us thought it was a goal, but he was clearly offside, so there's no reason for that. And Rodrigo Palacio, who is a player a lot of people aren't as familiar with because he's just now playing for what most people would consider a big European team. He's played for big teams in the past, but Inter's a little more high profile. I actually remember him mostly from his Boca Juniors days, but he got an opportunity that I felt he could have done better. He tried to lob the goalkeeper, which was not necessarily a wrong decision, but sometimes in opportunities like that, I wish strikers would, instead of trying to lob the keeper, because that's what everyone expects is going to happen, they just kind of sneak it low on the ground on target. You will actually see a lot of players probably get lucky in that situation and the goalkeeper just not be prepared for a shot along the ground. But in my opinion, this game came down to this. The Argentinians were the better team for 90 minutes, but they wasted opportunities where they should have probably scored. They should have won the game in the 90 minutes. As the game went on, I kind of felt that this is the type of game that Germany could score a late goal and win it, or win on penalties. And you know what? That's what happened. Germany were presented an opportunity in the second half of extra time, and Götze made a brilliant finish. Congratulations for Germany to win it. I feel really bad for Argentina and their fans because I feel this was a very harsh way to lose, and they were not outplayed. They lost in a very tight game, which arguably they can be considered the better team for the majority of the game, and I would probably agree with that. Now, I do have to address this because it was happening and it was clear, in my opinion. The media, at least in my country, the United States, they've been clearly biased for European teams the entire tournament. Argentina has been told they were not playing well. We've been told that Argentina wasn't playing well for most of the competition. And all of a sudden they're in a World Cup final, and I thought they played brilliant. I thought they gave a brilliant effort in winning that game. And I'm going to make one point. I already mentioned how an analyst said that they thought they would bunker down. One point, and this guy, I respect what he did as a player for USA back in the early 90s, but ever since he's become a soccer analyst on TV, he seems to repeatedly just put his foot in his mouth, and he's actually won a lot of haters from it. But he said something after the match which really kind of ticked me off because it's really not necessary to say this. He said that Argentina should be thanking the soccer gods for the opportunities that they got in this game. That Germany was just a much better team and Germany deserved to win. It's like, okay, so one thing. It's okay that you think Germany was the better team. It was a close game. They deserved to win it because they finished the opportunity when it was presented to them. But Argentina have to thank the soccer gods for the opportunities they got. They don't get any credit for creating their own opportunities. So, if you can't see a double standard here, you're just as blind as he is. I mean, Lawless should have been wearing a Germany jersey in the studio the way he behaved today. It was absolutely outrageous in my opinion. I can't really comprehend how you can discredit the team for the opportunities they got. Sure, I am going to put the responsibility on the Argentinian players for not finishing their opportunities. That is a just reason to point out that Germany should have won. Germany finished the opportunity when it was given to them, and Argentina blew their chances in my opinion. I think they probably should have scored. But in the end, these were probably the two best teams in the tournament. They deserve to be in the finals. The winner, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Germany and say they deserve to win, even though it was a very close game and it could have gone either way. And I'm not going to be a sore loser about it. Congratulations to Germany. Hope you guys enjoyed the World Cup and hope you guys watch more football. Remember, football's not over yet. The World Cup only ended. South American soccer should be resuming very, very soon, and European soccer starts very soon as well. All right, guys, until next time, peace.